Russo-Ukrainian War of 2022 took a big toll on Russian citizens, mainly due to the massive amount of sanctions made by foreign corporations and entities made when Russia invaded Ukraine. It's no wonder why nobody in Russia was able to afford a decent gaming computer with an Nvidia graphics card similar, or even Counter-Strike 2 for that matter, since the economy of the country itself has been crippled by payment processors and international banks. This is why accessible browser ports of Counter-Strike do exist, like PlayCS.com. PlayCS on the surface might be a convenience for Russian Counter-Strike players who can't afford a gaming computer in a moment, but what it plainly hides as an open secret of sorts is its predatory monetization relying on pay-to-win mechanics, a convoluted history of developer problems related even to the Russo-Ukrainian War, and more importantly, the fact that this might be illegal on Valve's eyes. Join us on this story about PlayCS.com. The story begins with a man by the name of Andrei from St. Petersburg, Russia. He was at the very beginning the lead developer of PlayCS.com, as he intended the browser game to be monetized. It was 2020 when he decided to leave the project to another two developers, Nosferati and Adminco. Another man by the name of Waxman was a moderator who took care of the communications regarding the project, who was also cited in the official YouTube channel for PlayCS.com. With the arrival of the war, Adminco departed from the team and Waxman was simply fired. There are no particular details on why this all transpired, but it was evidently clear that the latter team was developing PlayCS just wanted to develop the game. They didn't want the game to be monetized at all, but only wanted to pay off the server renting, the DDoS protection, and so on. In an interview with us, Nosferati claimed that the only microtransactions you could buy off at PlayCS.com were the server rental and the premium feature, the latter of which didn't offer any benefits. It was obvious though that the war itself did interfere with the development of the project, as it made it pretty slow, at least as Nosferati claimed in an interview with us. Nosferati is currently developing PlayCS from a bomb shelter in Ukraine, as told. So it's pretty evident the development of this project is really a mess. How is the game faring anyway? If you're familiar with Counter-Strike 1.6, PlayCS is just that, except played in a browser. There's nothing particularly special that separates it from the original CS 1.6 experience, as far as you can tell, but there are some caveats, and this is where PlayCS drops the ball. There are two types of currencies in the game for accounts at PlayCS.com, cash and gold. Gold is a premium currency that can be purchased with real money or by getting a premium account. Cash can be earned in-game in ranked servers, but the caveat of this is that if you buy premium and spend gold, you can earn twice as much cash as you will normally earn otherwise. Cash is suspiciously used to purchase perks or skins, and the perks are just borderline pay-to-win mechanics at this point, considering what's previously said. You can spend cash into getting armor at the start of every round, or grenades, or even a Desert Eagle, all of which give you an obvious advantage at every match. The most odd part of this is that you can also buy gold not just with PayPal in your local currency, but in Bitcoin as well, which might have both bat an eye considering their stance on NFTs and cryptocurrency. They also sort of do it in a dodgy-ish way, where you have to DM the owner of PlayCS to get your gold, although this might be because of the sanctions to Russia and the ongoing war in Ukraine, or how Nosferati is literally in a bunker. The skins are bodacious to say the least, including even some stolen female operators wearing skimpy outfits that will definitely fit totally well in an active total anti-terrorism war zone, I swear. But the most glaring problem is that in order to be able to purchase all these perks, skins, cash, and gold, you have to sign in with a Google account, which is bold. Data leaks and hacks on Sony and on the PHP BB forum happen every time, anytime, and I'm still somehow supposed to give my personal data or Google account to people like this, some Russian crypto bros. Some of the stuff to play CS seems sketchy. Russia even then does not involve itself a lot in sketchy stuff online, especially considering I can really tell if the main developer is being honest regarding the stuff you can buy in the game with real money. Might be like a nice alternative if you want to play Counter-Strike at work or a library at most, but honestly, just stick to buying the actual Counter-Strike instead. On a sale it's usually just $4.